released his second album and he's returned from a sold-out UK nationwide tour. His music has been described as amongst the finest, most sublime music to come out of Britain in a very long time. But before I talk to Midé, let's have a listen to his latest release.
To the other side you run, where you think my love won't go. But nothing's gonna hide you from. Me, I'm gonna love you so.
Midé, that's beautiful. I love it.
Really beautiful.
Normally when people write about love, they write about love when it's over, when someone's left them and it's all gone wrong, and then they write about love that's lost. Yeah. But the love that you're talking about in Oh Love, it's not that sort of love, is it?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure what kind of love it is, but it's a sort of pining for love that's on its way out or on its way in. You know, that's how it strikes me. So that's kind of how it's come out.
What inspired you to write it in particular?
That particular song, I think, is born out of, like I said, a pining for, I wouldn't say somebody, but definitely for the emotion of love or for the, the feeling of it. Because at a point when I felt I was quite numb, so it was more me trying to capture the feeling of it and, being able to feel again. That's where the song's from. Yeah.
This has been described as a neo-spiritual love song. What does that mean?
It means that it affects me in a spiritual way, and every time I sing or listen back to the song, it has a sort of a deep connection, or something I will describe as spiritual.
Now you started off then writing poetry,
yes,
and then you've turned it into music,
yes,
which is some might say a strange way of doing it, because a lot of people, they would start with the music first. Yeah. Is that how you now write your music? You start off with the lyrics and then build the tune around
it? Sometimes I do that. Other times I'm noodling away on the guitar and something comes out of that. There actually isn't a formula. I wish I could find a formula to always just rinse and repeat, because that would really help the process. So sometimes it comes out words first, other times it comes out music first, and I just kind of run with it.
But starting off as a poet,
yes,
the lyrics must be incredibly important.
I love words, so I always play with words, and always I finish writing a song and then I go over it and from I guess with a poet's perspective, and try and look over the words and see what words to replace or what words sound more poetic to me. So I do.
Do you find that the poetry helps you develop your musicality, as it were? I
think it does. I mean, I don't get to write as much poetry anymore. I think now whenever I get to write, usually it just develops into songs. So I don't get the time to sit and write poems like I used to before. But it definitely helps to just as a background.
What do you prefer? Poetry, music?
I think they come from the same place. I think they come from, or they're born from the same sort of vein. So preference-wise, I think I like being able to sing, because performing poetry is kind of different, but being able to sing a song, connect with people on different levels.
So you toured around the UK last year,
yes.
A massive success.
It was definitely good. Yes.
Tell us about it. What was it like for you?
One of the highlights, I think, was being able to play, I think we played in Nottingham, on an Isle of Live tour, I think it was, on an Isle of Live stage. And I had some people singing back songs to some of the songs from my album, singing it back to me, and that was very surreal, because I'd never played there before. So it just showed that, the music was, reaching out and connecting with people, outside of, I guess where I live and where I normally play. So that was good.
And I guess having a good team around you for something like a live tour is extremely important.
I don't think you could do it successfully without a team around you. Even if it's just people who believe in your music or believe in your vision, and are able to support you throughout the, the process of it. That's really good.
Who are your inspirations? Who inspires you? I'm
inspired by a lot of guitar players and also a lot of lyricists, just people who, there's a guy, I listen to Kings of Leon, Michael Kiwanuka, so it ranges somewhere from, hard rock to, soulful, folky stuff, so I just kind of pull from everywhere, really.
You say hard rock and soulful stuff, and your music does change, doesn't it? Your musicality is sort of developing. It's different styles each time, do you think?
I think I think I'm evolving somehow as a musician, and I think that's what's supposed to happen. You start off one way and you sort of just grow it from there, and let the music just take you and develop you as a person. So
Go on.
You've got a headline show coming up in London. Tell us about that.
So it's a massive show coming up in April at the Shaw Theatre, and I am so looking forward to that because it'll be the first time everyone who supported me so far, you know, will be in a place together and we'll be able to meet each other and have like one, you know, massive party just to celebrate.
That's
so I'm really
amazing.
looking forward to that. Yes.
Great.
So are we.
Thank
Massive
you so
party.
much.
Sounds fabulous. We will definitely be there, won't
Absolutely.
we? Midé, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
All the very
Thank you.
best of luck for the future.